John Hand, Jessica Hand,
Hi,
Kay Walker.
Kay Walker.
Perfection Kennel. Tip of the week, we want to talk about getting a new puppy and some of the things that people don't think about when they're bringing a dog home for the first time, whether it's a bird dog or retriever, whatever it is. And Kay, friend of ours, is getting a new puppy here in a few weeks.
Yep.
And we want to talk about, first of all, what are you getting?
A Weimaraner.
Part of the Gray Lives Matter movement.
So, one of the things that most people don't think about when they're getting a puppy is that when you take that dog home at say 8 weeks old, that dog's ability to learn is about as good as it's going to get at any time in its life, and its brain is ready to absorb about anything you want to put in it. You can put good stuff in it, or you can put bad stuff in it. So if you bring your dog home and you carry it all the way home in the front seat of your car, and you hold it, snuggle it for 2 weeks, and then decided, oh no, we have to go to town and get groceries. What do I do with the puppy now? Or, oh, we have company coming, we got to put him in a crate. What's he going to do during that time?
Scream his head off.
Yes, and it's not fun for people. So the point with this, at that age, when you first bring the dog home, you have the opportunity to start things out correctly and go through the agony for a day or two of the dog learning to be crated, learning to be alone a little bit. It's going to make mistakes in its kennel. It's going to make mistakes in your floor. But that's the time to put the dog in a crate, in a kennel, letting it out often, but not while it's screaming its head off. Now, if you've had it in the crate for 2 hours and it's got a potty, it's going to scream its head off. But if you put the dog in the crate for an hour and he screams for a half hour and then he's quiet, that's okay. But after that second half hour, go get him out, take him potty and all those things, spend some time with him. But make sure you're establishing the things that you want the dog to learn how to live with when you first bring him home. Don't wait till you've coddled with him for 2 or 3 weeks. Not to be mean, but it's easier for the dog to go through it, learn it correctly, than to change habits halfway down the road.
Have you always had a lot of success crate training?
The last dog, nope, not at all. And issues and problems. Dogs prior to that, yes, pretty successful. But this last one was a fiasco. And I let him get away with it. Is basically the reason.
You didn't
we did
expect
it.
him to be in the crate,
Right,
right?
right.
So what about in the vehicle?
Oh, the vehicle, he was awesome. Hey, you could put him in, to this day, you can put him in the vehicle. And he'll lay down there and be just fine.
We discussed this earlier. One of the things that you said was that you came to a seminar that we'd put on down here in Texas,
Yep,
and that you had to put him in the crate because he couldn't be out.
right,
Couldn't hear the gunfire. We were protecting him from gunfire.
right.
So he had to learn, this was right after you got him,
He was 9 weeks old.
and he had to learn how to
Had
be
to
in the
learn
crate.
how to be in a crate.
And so that's what we're asking people to do with their puppies is when they first bring them home, put them on a feeding schedule. You know, don't leave the food in the crate. Start the feeding schedule right away. It helps them also to potty train that way. So just some tips here about bringing your dog home. Don't spend time coddling them, other than when they've started their crate training and you're getting them out. That's fine. Also, don't carry them around all the time. Let them learn to investigate. Take them out on the grass. Take them for walks. Don't carry them because they're not like an 8-week-old child. They're an 8-week-old puppy. They need to smell stuff. They need to see stuff. They need to
Investigate.
Yes, yes. Is there any other? Oh, go ahead, Jess.
Yeah, what would you say to, my mom is a great example. She does not like to put her dog in a crate. She thinks it's mean. She just won't do it. And so the dog gets into things, tears up furniture, gets in the garbage. What would you say to someone who doesn't understand the importance of crate training or is concerned about being mean to the dog by putting them in a crate?
You're being more mean to the dog by not teaching them to be crate trained because you're setting them up in a situation where there's going to be times where they have to be, and it's going to be agonizing and neurotic results from the dog because they're not used to it. So start off, even if you think it's mean, well, forget about that. It's not mean.
It's not mean.
It's being safe.
Yeah.
It's getting the dog to learn to be safe and put them in their safe place. They learn to love their crate.
They love their crate.
And it becomes part of their regimen every day. Just when it's time to go eat or all those
To
things.
chill.
Yeah,
Just to chill.
relax.
Just to
That-
relax.
they like-
And,
mhm.
yeah.
The other thing, real quick, that you need to remember is that your dog is a pack animal. When you take the dog away from the litter, it's leaving its pack. So that opens the dog's whole brain up for learning new things. Because everything it's learned so far has been from its mother and the other puppies. So some of them are going to be above them, some below them. The mother's definitely going to be in charge most of the time. So when you bring it home, you want to make sure that all the little habits the dog may do, of like biting you, chewing on you, stuff like that, you nip it in the butt right away. And we're going to do some tricks and tips on that later. But you establish those things right away. You're going to love your puppy, but you're also going to become the grand poobah or the pack leader. Doesn't mean it to be mean, but you're gonna be in charge, not the puppy taking over your household.
Okay,
And his brain is ready to do that when he leaves his other litter mates.
okay,
Other tip, when you have your dog in the house and he's by the crate, turn on a radio. Turn on something at night to keep some noise going, that'll help with that. And if you can't stand the whining, put him in the back bedroom in his crate or the downstairs, turn the radio on and leave for an hour.